The air was heavy in Ogbunike, not with rain, but with something else, something no one could name. The wind rustled the leaves gently, and a cock crowed twice before dawn, as though warning the village to stay awake. In a clay brick house at the end of Amukpa Road, the Nwokolo family lived in contentment. Pa Nwokolo was a respected elder known for his riddles and wisdom. He had 4 children, Obinna, Adora, Chinidu, and little Ibiub, each of them promising in their own right. Obinna, the first son, had recently returned from Enugu after 5 years of hard work as a mechanic. He arrived with gifts, stories, and laughter, though Chinyu, his wife, noticed something odd. His skin looked darker than usual, but his eyes were tinged with yellow. She asked about it. "Too much work in the sun," he chuckled, brushing her concern aside. "And the welding light. Don't worry, my dear." But days passed and the laughter lessened. Obinna ate less. He complained of fatigue. One evening, as Chinyu knelt to massage his legs with hot water and balm, she felt it, the sharp protrusion of his stomach, suddenly bloated, firm, unnatural. "Obinna," she whispered, touching it again. "When did this start?" He looked down, eyes wide. He hadn't noticed. By morning, the swelling had grown worse. In the village, whispers began. "His stomach has grown like that of a pregnant woman. Could it be NSI, a poison from the jealous? Did he offend a spirit in Enugu?" The Nwokolos went to Dibia Anulika, the village herbalist, who smeared white nzu across her forehead, waved feathers, and tossed a tortoise shell onto a goatskin mat. She stared into the shell and gasped. "This is not an illness of the body. His spirit has been marked. Someone has sent darkness to him." Chinyu, skeptical but respectful, nodded quietly. They were given roots to boil, leaves to chew, and instructions to sleep with a red cloth under his bed. But Obinna got worse. By the second week, he couldn't walk. His stomach was ballooning with each sunrise. The villagers stopped visiting, afraid of contagion or curse. Then, one cold morning, Ibiub fell sick. He was always the playful one, but now he lay weak, eyes dull. His urine turned dark. That same day, Adora fainted while teaching at the village school. That night, Chinyu made a decision. She would take them to Nui General Hospital. "No more guessing," she told her father-in-law. "We need answers. This thing is eating us slowly." It was at the hospital that truth began to unfold. Slowly, cruelly. First, blood tests. Then, liver function tests. Then, imaging. When the doctor returned, his expression was grave.
"What you're describing is liver-related," he said. "But it's more than that. They all tested positive for hepatitis B."
Chinyu blinked. "Hepa what?"
Hepatitis B, a viral infection. It attacks the liver. If left untreated, it causes liver failure, swelling of the stomach from fluid retention, and even cancer.
She stared at him. "So it's not a curse? Not poison?"
No, it's a virus, spread through blood, unsterilized blades, shared clippers, childbirth, sometimes even dental or surgical instruments. Many people don't know they carry it until it's too late.
Chinyu felt the room spin. She sat slowly. How long have they had it?"
It's hard to say. Months? Years? Obinna's case is advanced, but the others, we might still help them.
Obinna lay on the hospital bed, silent. His body looked like it was struggling to hold itself together. He blinked slowly, his yellowed eyes staring at the ceiling. They began treatment immediately. The doctor explained the drugs, antivirals to slow down the virus, supplements to support the liver. Obinna needed regular fluid drainage. His stomach swelled and deflated like a cursed drum. But the cost, the tests, the drugs, the scans, it was too much. They sold Pa Nwokolo's treasured goats. Adora emptied her teacher's savings. Chinyu borrowed from her cousin in Aka. Still, the days darkened. One morning, just before dawn, Obinna whispered to Chinyu, "Tell Ibiub to finish fixing the bicycle I started for him. Tell Adora to take care of Papa." and then his hand went limp in hers. Chinyu let out a sound that came from the soul, a moan that shook the ward. Obina, the light of the family, was gone. The village mourned quietly. No one spoke of curses anymore. They watched, solemn and hushed, as his body was buried behind the family compound. But Chinyu wasn't done. She returned to Nui and demanded to know more. The doctor told her that many Nigerians, especially in rural areas, carried hepatitis B unknowingly. There was no full cure, but with early detection, one could live long with proper treatment. He told her about vaccination. Simple shots that could protect others, especially children. Chinyu returned to Ogbinaik and asked to speak at the women's meeting. At first, they refused, but she begged. She stood before them, her voice shaking but firm. My husband did not die because someone sent poison. He died because of a sickness none of us understood. It's called hepatitis B. It lives in blood. It hides in the body, and it destroys in silence. There was murmuring, doubt, fear. She continued, but we can protect our children. There's a vaccine. We can test. We can treat. The sickness is not a death sentence if we act early. That day, she signed up 20 women for free screening. 2 weeks later, she worked with a health NGO in Onitsha to organize a village-wide awareness campaign. They printed flyers. They brought nurses. Even Dibia Anulika came to watch. Her white chalk wiped off for the first time. Pa Mwokolo was tested. So was Adora. So was little Abub. Treatment began. They no longer feared the belly that swelled at dawn, because now they understood it.